Today I'm back reacting to your watches, but also back smoking. You'll be proud of me. Sorry, I let everyone down. I started smoking again. My apologies.
It's really just yourself that you let down, to be honest.
Yeah, I did let myself down, but I also wanted to lose weight. Oh, that worked well as well. Listen, before the gumball, I dropped like 7 kilos in like a week and a half. And then on the gumball, I didn't eat nothing, went to Dubai and then became a fat And that's why people in Dubai are often very, very big, because the food is spectacular there. Can I just point out, we have 115,000 members on the Pride and Pinion subreddit, making us one of the biggest communities in the watch world today. Yes, it's not moderated. Yes, don't me over, but please join. Let's get stuck in the video. Anyone know where I can find this with an automatic movement? There's someone that put in chat GPT. Mix a butt plug and a horological machine together, and then you get this.
Is that real?
No, that's not real. That's chat GPT. Listen, it could be real. People are psychopaths. It is what it is. It's always handy when you're bucking and you have your wife in a butt plug. For me, it's 10 seconds, but some people are riding like for half an hour. And you want to see the time? Yeah, no worries. Beats per minute, we call them. Name me a better $10 watch. It is a wee bit of a copy of a copy of a Cartier tank. It's an extreme copy of a Cartier tank with a different name. We call this an homage watch. But for $10, I mean, yeah, that is cheap. He challenged me, name me a better $10 watch. I can't. I found this. Is it worth anything? I found this in the cushion of an old couch I was sleeping on that someone left on the curb. It doesn't have a strap. It's a little bit dirty, so probably not worth anything. I don't know this brand. Sounds like it's from AliExpress. Yeah, it's only a Patek 1518, worth about 5 million. My wife gifted me my first Cartier. That's a nice wife. If she wants to send some Cartier Santos to me as well, that would be amazing. The Cartier Santos, which this is, was named after Alberto Santos Dumont, which was a Brazilian aviator guy who absolutely was rich as and wanted to do some philanthropy. What do you call that stuff? Philanthropy. My English is not so good, thank you. The watch was introduced in 1904, named after Alberto Santos Dumont. Cartier made a statement with that because it was actually known as the first ever proper wristwatch that was made for the wrist, not a pocket watch that you could put a strap on, but that people could use in aviation. Alberto Santos Dumont. 1904, that was prior, by the way, 1 year before Rolex was founded, because Rolex was founded in 1905. They didn't carry the name Rolex, it was Wilsdorf and Davis. And that was, I think, changed in 1911 at the top of my head. This is historically a very important watch. It's gone through popularity throughout the years. It was dog shite, it was good. It was dog shite, it was good. Now we're at the good period, actually really good period. I really like it. The white dial, which is my favorite, is the least favorite for some reason. So I think in the blue. So he needs to get his wife in order and get him some. No, I'm joking. That's glass. I love that watch.
White, it's not right.
When it's not white, when it's white, it's right or something. No, fuck it. You buy it for about £6,500 at the top of my head, so $7,500 maybe, or $8,000. Pre-owned, you can buy them significantly cheaper. There was a period where the blue one actually went over retail, and then Cartier was doing this. Oh yeah, sorry, it's not available type of bullshit. You know, this looks like the large one. Yeah. Look at those manly wrists. Look at those muscles. Look at those veins. That's a perfect wrist. I would love to have that wrist looking like that, but it's a perfect, like, punch your middle class holy trinity. Reach for one of those baddies when you want the server at Applebee's to know you make 45k a year. Love that. Love the Citizen. Love the Seiko 5. And of course, the Casio's Cartier. But if you want another middle class, this is the new drop by IFL Watches. Another limited edition drop. And I think this is the second or the third time they made a fully hand-painted Timex, which is glass. This is the reissue 79 Timex Q, and I remember that when this watch came out for the first time, it was sold out for the first year. Absolutely love this watch, and I'm really glad to see IFL made a limited edition with a fully hand-painted dial, which makes every single watch unique. There's 150 gonna be produced, so make sure you do not miss out. Thank you so much, IFL, for supporting me, my journey, and congratulations for making cool watches. This is Cartier. Save myself $999,987.96. Biden. I rate that photo like mad. At least it's water resistant. It is Biden. But I would say it's a wee bit tight.
What time is it?
It's only 7:20 to 12.
I don't think he can read the time on this, to be honest. Of course, this is about the Trump watch. The watch that Donald Trump launched. Like, I mean, the $100,000 Tourbillon, which is worth $3,500. I have never heard of that. That's got nothing to do with Biden, for sure. Like, who wants to make it? Biden watches. There you go. Ah, Biden watches. It looks a wee bit like Trump, to be honest. It looks a wee bit like Trump watch. Biden watch. The funny bit is 15,965 people have reviewed this watch, the Biden watch, and 100 plus have bought it this month. That's fucking crazy. I need to go to Amazon to sell watches, clearly. Fuck me. Personally, I am not into women, but this could make me suck a dick. What the f*** is going on here? And let me tell you one thing, I know women that would do it for less. Back in the day, I don't know if it's still the case, I haven't visited home in a long time, but back in the day it was 50 euros, mate. Sucky, for sure. 50 euros! Red light district, I swear. But can I just be very f***ing serious about this watch, right? And not about sucking dick. That watch is the bollocks. That bracelet is the absolute bollocks. That's a new release by Maen. You know I'm a big fan of Maen, and listen, I've been... You haven't. No, man, I just said, f*** you. I genuinely think the watches are one of the best propositions on the market today. And with this, no exception. I absolutely love this watch, and I want to congratulate Maen with this incredible release. I think there's a blue dial variation of this as well. Genuinely, value for money. All joking aside, I know the guys very well behind Maen, and I want to help them out. What they do for the industry and what they put on the table is mega, and I think all of you guys within the budget of about $1,000, even $2,000, and that $2,500 chronograph, by the way, for a Swiss chronograph, that f***ing level for that price is f***ing bonkers. You won't find that anywhere. But genuinely, I want to put Maen on the map. One of the best watches released in 2024. Should I buy this Rolex? Absolutely f***ing not. Listen, you can buy it actually. F*** it, buy it. F*** it. Just buy it. Buy an original dial with it. When you get bored, you change the dial, and at least you have a f***ing good watch out of it. My friend's watch, sad story. It maybe is a that story because 627 upvotes, 54 comments. I don't really know where else to post this. It's a weird and sad story. You can see 2 pictures of a G-Shock, not mine. When certain people in my life hit certain milestones, it's been a gift I love to give to people. These images are of my friend Brad. I bought him this G-Shock when he got engaged a few years ago. 2022. Brad and I were supposed to hang out in mid-December 2023. Some things came up and we said we'd reschedule for January, but he stopped returning my texts and calls, which was odd since we spoke on the phone at least a couple of times a month for years and years since we met in HS. July rolls around and I finally write him a long text asking him to hit me up saying I miss him and I just want to hear from him. He never responded. Later that night, I just felt compelled to look up his name on Google. For some reason, only to find a news article reporting on his murder. He did LSD with his girlfriend and one of his longest friends. Brad had a bad trip, started freaking out and yelling, and his friend Tyler, who was also tripping, responded by strangling him to death. Tyler would turn himself in immediately, pled guilty, and be sentenced to 7 years. I thought this was like a funny twist or something, but it's just a really sad story actually. I spoke with his family, wanted to see if I could get this watch to keep for memory's sake. He got lost in the crime scene investigations or his apartment back up. His dad, small watch collector, and I were talking about watches when I finally had the opportunity to visit his family in person, and left me a line that broke my heart. I was looking at getting a Rolex, but now there's no point since there's nobody to pass it down to. It's getting worse and worse. I don't know if there's some lesson to be gleaned from this, but if there's any, it's maybe a reminder of the sentimental value of watches. I ordered another of the same G-Shock for myself in the mail, and I'm sure it's something that will always reminds me of my friend. Rest in peace, Brad. That is a really sad story. Rest in peace, Brad. First off, I really appreciate you sharing your story with us. Yeah, that is sad, mate. I want to wish you all the best in the whole world. For me, watches are always sentimental, and every single watch I own have a story. Those stories are really important for me because I don't look at the watch to tell the time. I look at the watch to tell me everything else but the time. What you're stating here is an incredible memory to your friend. And we're a bit taken back by that story. Seeing that watches actually carry stories and carry memories, something I've been preaching for a very long time. I'm quite happy to see that, but unfortunately this story is quite sad. Absolutely no easy way to transition to something funny, so I'm just gonna do it and try it. There's a butt plug, put it in your ass. I mean, I'm trying to lighten up the mood here because that is a really sad story.
Guys,
Jack
I just
Doherty.
totaled my McLaren. It is completely cooked right now. I don't know what to do. Look, all the parts are right here. I got my Tesla picking
He
up.
says watch still on.
The worst day of my life. Damn. Hey guys, I just totaled my McLaren. It is completely cooked right now.
I saw this clip. What an ignorant son of a bitch. I had nothing against Jack Doherty until I saw this video. Genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, I didn't hate Jack Doherty. I was like, he's just a kid trying to make a living for himself, trying to do hustling. You see what I mean? I was a wee bit poking at him, a wee bit funny, right? He poked a wee bit back, funny enough. Now I think he's the biggest pile of shit I've seen on the internet in a very, very long time. And let me tell you, I have seen mad shit on there. I even have access to the dark web where I see mad shit. But you, Jack Doherty...
Weird flex.
Yeah, weird flex. But you, Jack Doherty, top it all.
There's no Michael here. Michael, do you have film on that phone too? No. Oh my God. I gotta keep film. Can you film on here on the phone? And you can just make it look good. Look through here the whole time. Go where Michael is.
You saw his cameraman bleeding and he didn't give a f***. Oh, film this, film that. I don't know what to say. I think it's a shambles. I hope he gets his license revoked, because what he done there is standard amateuristic. You shouldn't be driving in any way, shape or form if you do stuff like that. If you don't know about aquaplaning, if you don't know how to handle a car, you shouldn't have a license because you're a danger to other people. I hope he's going to be deplatformed for a while, because he has a lot of youth watching him. He has a lot of people looking at him. We've already identified he borrows his watches. He rents his cars. I'm genuinely glad he's okay. I'm genuinely glad that his cameraman is okay. If I was that cameraman, I would sue the balls out of him. I genuinely would. And you could take him absolutely to the cleaner and become richer than Jack, to basically take everything that Jack has. Can't believe I'm actually ending with this clown again. This is a disgrace, mate. And I hope he gets a very valuable lessons out of this.